Xfinity.
Janae, what if I told you Kevin Durant and LeBron James have combined for over 76,000 career regular season points?
I would say that's AI.
It's insane. It's true. This is by far the most between opposing players entering a playoff series in NBA history. But of course, LeBron, he knows it's not just about the head-to-head matchup.
The Rockets and have some damn good players on their team, so it's not just a KD team. You know, it's the whole group. Obviously, like I said, KD's going to do what KD does. He's a Hall of Famer. We know that, so we have to prepare not only for him but for the whole group. What's the message? The message is get your ass in there, box out and rebound. You have a message. We all grown men, do your job.
As LeBron is putting it very bluntly. Grown man, do your job. Maybe he's seen the odds. The Lakers are plus 400 underdogs in this series against the Rockets. That's actually the longest odds LeBron has faced in a first-round series in his career. But here's the thing. Whatever the odds say, there are over 2 decades of reasons to believe that LeBron James can be the one to defy them. No, we will not sing Defying Gravity, but just know that it's playing just a little bit here in my head. Danny, you've been LeBron's teammate in the postseason. What is this going to come down to?
I mean, not just I keep saying the others, but it's going to come down to Lakers.
It's because you were an other.
I wasn't.
Exactly. He loves those role players.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to come down to JJ and their defense and how they kind of junk up the game against KD and company. Obviously, Amin Thompson's been point guard some, Şengün's been some, Reed Shepherd is young and growing. But they've struggled with the double team, and particularly Kevin Durant. So when they double KD, which I assume they will do, they're going to throw guys at him and try to rotate, zone up, and make him make plays, and also make those other guys beat him, make him quarterback, because they know Kevin Durant, even though he's not supposed to be, he is the head of the snake. As you see here, they're doubling him, forcing him to a turnover, backcourt violation. Another one, Rui's got him, bigger body, and then here comes Marcus Smart coming, throwing something at him. Luka's ready to go, be on a string. They got to take a deep, uncontested, or very contested, terrible three-point shot. Another one here is DeAndre Ayton's on him. They see the big, it's Luka and DeAndre Ayton. KD just concedes to the double team. I'm sure he'll make an adjustment. They've walked over some things. But the Lakers are going to force them to play in that type of half-court set.
When I covered that game, that was the baseball series that the Lakers swept in Houston. That was the first game of it. And KD came out after that game and said, hey, we probably got to figure out something else. I can't just be on the ball and have, be getting double-teamed. And he admitted, I didn't handle it well. He said, maybe I need to get off the ball. Maybe I need to space the floor out in the corner. Maybe I need to be setting screens. But just KD acknowledged me just as the primary initiator, them forcing the ball out of our hands and us sputtering after that. There's got to be another solution. And if there's going to be that other solution, I think Ime Udoka is going to have to trust Reed Shepherd to close games. And that's been a very case-by-case situation throughout the years because there's give and take. He can initiate. He's a shooter. He's a facilitator. He's also a bullseye for the Lakers on the defensive end. So that's going to be an interesting decision to monitor. But if the Lakers can't keep games close, they like their odds to be able to steal some games.
Yeah, you know why? Because in clutch time, they're 10 times better than Houston Rockets in clutch time. I don't know what the graphics are going to say, but we'll get into that.
The 60 points a game they're missing that they're going to need that down the stretch.
Big difference. But I do trust those guys that have some experience, like Rui, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, Luke Kennard. They've been in the playoff series, but here you go. Here's the numbers in clutch time. 22 and 23.
But largely that's 16. With Luka and Austin, right, Shanae?
Yeah, absolutely. Respectfully, friends, respectfully again, this is not about who the Lakers don't have. This is more about who the Rockets do have. And this year, they do have Kevin Durant. And this is and I hate to put pressure on the Rockets because I understand that they were not healthy. Fred VanVleet was a key part of what they've built, and he's not available. But moving forward, you think about this Rocket squad, this is a squad that has Kevin Durant. They've improved their offense. Maybe not clutch time, but they're top 10, at least when it comes to offensively. They're top 3 when it comes to percentage of points that they score through the mid-range. That's Kevin Durant.
Right.
And so in a playoff series where a number of the stars are unavailable for the Lakers, this is their opportunity. This is honestly a gift for Houston to try to get over the hump, win in the first round. We saw what happened when they went up against a generational legend last year with the Golden State Warriors. Now you have another opportunity. It's LeBron James, but this is not the same squad that they had when they were ascending.
And I hear
my eye is on Kevin Durant.
Yep. As it should be.
Closing at least the first round, okay? The first round.
And Kevin Durant has been this is the reason they brought in Kevin Durant, is for these late game situations in the postseason in particular. We'll put the regular season aside. But it is about who is not out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. Dave MacMahon is going to be covering this series for us. Dave, the Lakers, obviously, we were just talking about it. They're not going to be at full strength here for game 1. Probably not for game 2. But how long exactly are they bracing to be without Luka and Austin?
Malika, I reported yesterday on ESPN that the Lakers have no expectation to have Luka or Austin back in the lineup at any point in the first round. It doesn't mean they've ruled out that possibility, and there's still some hope. Luka is getting back to the United States today after spending time in Spain, and Austin Reaves been with the team and undergoing treatment daily, but neither of them are anywhere close to a return as the series is about to begin. Now, the word of the day that JJ Redick used when I asked him about the mental focus the team needs to have heading into this series was elevate. It means you need to be ready to elevate your role that you're playing. You need to be ready to elevate the focus, the intensity. The coaches need to be ready to elevate their amount of preparation. JJ said him and his coaching staff, the team was off on Monday. Him and his staff came in for 6 hours to start, looking through what they could do in this series. And so they're just trying to keep all their focus on game one. They know it's going to be a challenge. LeBron James called the Houston Rockets one of the most intimidating rebounding teams in NBA history over the last 25 years. But they feel like if they focus on the things that they can do well, they'll be able to make this thing a series.
And maybe if they can keep it a close game, you never know with Houston what's going to happen there down the stretch. Dave, thank you very much for that insight. Sinead, don't give me that.
She can feel my eyes.
Absolutely true. The first round of the playoffs begins tomorrow. Kevin Durant, the Rockets, take it on LeBron and the Lakers. It's at 8:30 Eastern. Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq tip-off coverage at 8 o'clock. They're going to be able to break it down as well as look ahead to the other game ones we're going to see this weekend. Also, notice the Lakers schedule. Very drawn out here over the course of the first round.
Rest and recovery.
Yes, as we continue our NBA Today playoff preview, let's check in on the other series to get underway that we were mentioning with a little full court press here. We're going to start in Boston. That's where the Sixers and Celtics are. Tim Bontemps, are we going to see Joel Embiid this round?
We're not going to see him in game one, Malika, and from there on, we'll see what happens. Nick Nurse said today to reporters in Philly, his only focus is on having a good game plan for game one. He knows he won't have Embiid then. There's a chance he could come back later in the series, but it's a matter of how he continues to recover from that appendectomy that he had last week in Houston.
Yeah, just so unlucky needing to get an appendectomy in this time here. Tim Bontemps, thank you very much. Let's go out to the 4-5 matchup between the Raptors and Cavaliers. Jamal Collier, how are Donovan Mitchell and company preparing for a team that swept them during the regular season?
With a lot of conditioning, Malika, during practice this week, the Raptors are the #1 team in the playoffs as far as transition points, but also because this team can think about last year against Indiana in that upset and the way the Pacers were able to kind of run them up and down and out of the gym in that series. That's why Donovan Mitchell said it's not just a physical conditioning they have to focus on, but also mentally to still play at their best, be disciplined when that fatigue sets in, and push past that to still be the best version of themselves.
Jamal, thank you. It's win or go home for the Hornets in the Magic tonight. Kon Knippel, he actually posted his lowest scoring output since November in the play-in opener. So how is Charlotte planning on getting him back going here?
Malika, was quite eye-opening. The potential rookie of the year sitting out the last 142 regulation and all of overtime, going 2 for 12, 0 for 6 from 3. I asked Charles Lee this morning at shoot-around, was he hurt, banged up, or what? And he said, look, he's fine. It's just a decision that I had to go with guys that I needed at that time. It was a tough decision. I want him to focus on doing all the other things. The shooting would come. LaMelo Ball said, I don't want him to think. Just play basketball. He'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. I mean, benching Kon down the stretch of that game was a bold move. And if Charlotte is able to get the win on the road, it just brings an end to a season that the Magic would probably rather make, go poof, disappear. Orlando would miss the playoffs despite having a minus 3,000 odds to make the postseason. Across the 4 major sports, only one franchise has had shorter odds and missed the playoffs in the last 10 seasons. It was the Lakers in 2021-20.